Please be careful where you drink and pee.
There is this bar in Lagos called Paradise Lounge. It's a place where people go to have fun, drink, and forget their worries. The drinks are cheap and cold, the lights are low, and people come and go, some, not the day they went. The real secret of Paradise Lounge isn't in the drinks or the fun in it. It's in the lavatory, the place people urinate at the back of the lounge. Past the tables and the music, there is a lavatory with 2 doors, one marked male and one marked female. The inside looks very beautiful and super clean, but once you use it, you leave behind more than just your urine. Look back. If you've ever used the lavatory at Paradise Lounge, you may need to check again. If things in your life have been going really well, it means your payment isn't due yet. But when it's time to pay, you won't see it coming. And the cost? It's not always money, it could be something much bigger. At 25, Uche was just a young man trying to find a good job. He had finished school and his national service, but finding work was hard. His mother, who had raised him alone, was counting on him to help the family. One day, his old school friend, Benson, offered him a job at his bar, Paradise Lounge. Uche quickly said yes. He thought it would only be for a short time, just until he found something better. From the very first week, something felt wrong to Uche. The bar was always full of rich people, politicians, business owners, and others. They spent money like it didn't matter. Unlike other bars where people counted their money before buying drinks, here they ordered without thinking and sometimes even paid extra for no reason. Then, Uche noticed something even stranger. Every Saturday at exactly 1 a.m., Benson, the owner of the bar, would drive off with a black jerry can or hand it to someone in a fancy black car. Benson never let anyone else do this job, and he never explained what he was doing. One night, Uche decided to see where Benson got the jerry can from. He hid and watched as Benson took the container, not from the storeroom, but from a small hidden room behind the toilets. A chill ran down Uche's spine. A few days later, Benson introduced Uche to an old man. "I'm leaving for 2 weeks," Benson said. "This man is my good friend. He'll come every Saturday night to collect something from the back of the bar. Just let him do that." That Saturday, Uche followed the old man. The man went into the hidden room. Uche peeked through a crack in the door and saw him filling the black jerry can with liquid from a big container. Then the man mumbled, "The urine is rather small this week." Urine? Uche felt sick. Later, Uche found out that all the urine from the lavatory, staff and customers, was collected in the big container. What was happening here? Where was the urine being taken? When Benson returned, Uche told him everything was fine, including the man who came to collect something. Benson casually explained, "Oh, that man? He collects urine for making fertilizer." But something didn't sit right with Uche. Why did they collect it at night? Why was it a secret? Then, one night, Uche got a call from Richard, the bar's former manager. "Meet me after work," Richard whispered. "There's something you need to know." At a small roadside restaurant, Richard leaned in close. "Uche, you need to leave Paradise Lounge. Fast." Uche frowned. "Why? What's wrong?" Richard's face was serious. "Can you remember how many people have died in Paradise since you started working there?" Uche thought for a moment. "I think, 2. What about customers?" Uche said he didn't know. Richard shook his head. "Many, and there will be more." Then he told Uche the terrifying truth. The jerrycan Benson sent out every week wasn't for fertilizer. It was the staff and customers' urine, collected for rituals. People who drank and used the toilets at Paradise Lounge were unknowingly giving away something much worse than money, their lives. Some died young. Others lost their jobs, businesses, and families. "That beautiful lavatory is dangerous, Uche," Richard whispered. "Benson is part of a secret cult," Richard continued. "The urine is taken to a ritual house where dark magic is performed. The more people drink, urinate, and leave their waste behind, the richer Benson becomes. And the people? They either die or lose valuables. And Benson gets richer." Uche's stomach twisted. "That's impossible." "Is it?" Richard asked. "Tell me, have you ever seen Benson use the public toilets?" Uche froze. He hadn't. His restroom is separate, and the waste from it is channeled somewhere else. He never uses the ones customers do. Richard had discovered the truth when he was the manager. He had paid someone to follow Benson's car. The man tracked Benson and the urine container to a dark, eerie house where people in robes gathered for rituals. When I confronted Benson, Richard whispered, he denied it at first. But when I presented evidence, he ruined me. He made sure I lost my job and my reputation. But at least I escaped with my life. Uche's head spun. He remembered seeing Benson and the old man collect the urine. Was this why people kept dying? Uche left Richard, confused and shaken. A week later, something terrible happened. A known customer, Chief Boko, slumped in his house in the morning. The hospital said he had heart attack. The second week, Stella, a young bartender in Paradise, collapsed after her shift. By morning, she was dead. Benson claimed it was just exhaustion. The hospital he took Stella's body to also said that. A few days later, Uche's phone rang. The number wasn't saved in his phone. He hesitated, then answered. Uche, the voice on the phone was low and serious. Uche's heart skipped. He hadn't heard this voice in months. It was Richard. I heard about Chief Boko and Stella, Richard said quickly. You're next, Uche. Uche gripped the phone tightly. He didn't speak. Then Richard whispered, it's the jerry can, Uche. The urine. There was silence between them. Chief Benson, their customer. Stella, staff. They used the lavatory. One last warning, Richard said. Uche, get out of there. The next morning, Uche burst into Benson's office. Benson didn't even look up from his papers. He calmly flipped a page, like nothing was wrong. Benson, Uche's voice was sharp, full of anger. What's going on? Benson sighed and finally looked at him. His face was calm, but his eyes were cold. I don't understand, Uche. Uche clenched his fists. People are dying in Paradise, Benson. Benson shook his head like Uche was a child. People die. It's not anyone's fault. Uche slammed his hands on the desk. His voice dropped to a whisper. I know about the urine, Benson. The room felt heavy. Benson raised an eyebrow. Urine, the ones from the public toilets. The ones you send out every week. Benson slowly smiled. Oh, that? What about it? Uche's heart pounded. I know what it's for. The air changed. It felt thick, almost hard to breathe. Benson leaned back, watching Uche closely. Then, he chuckled. And what do you think it's for? Rituals? The word hung between them. Benson didn't react. He just tilted his head, amused. Rituals, Uche? You still believe in that nonsense after your university education? Uche's breath caught. Richard told me everything. At Richard's name, Benson's smile darkened. Richard? He chuckled, but it wasn't funny. That fool never learned his lesson. He still talks rubbish about me. Just because I sacked him from my company. A chill ran through Uche. So it's true. Benson didn't deny it. He just folded his hands on the desk and spoke softly. Tell me, Uche, now that you think you know everything, what are you going to do? Uche hesitated. He hadn't thought that far. Benson's eyes flashed. He leaned forward. Are you trying to ruin me? The air felt heavy again, pressing on Uche's chest. Benson's voice was smooth, almost kind. Did I make a mistake hiring you, Uche? Giving you a good job? He sighed, shaking his head. Richard talked too much, accusing me of rubbish. And look what happened to him. Uche's confidence wavered. Was Richard telling the truth? Or had he misunderstood? Benson watched him closely. Seeing that Uche was pondering, he added, Think carefully, Uche. His voice was quiet, but there was something dangerous in it. Because accusing someone wrongly, that's risky. Uche's throat tightened. The doubt in his mind increased. Benson sighed again, faking disappointment. When you came here for a job, I saw you as a smart young man. So I gave you a chance. Was I wrong? He leaned back. If you want to join Richard and ruin my business, go ahead. But no one does that and walks away. His words sent a shiver down Uche's spine. Benson stood up slowly and walked around the desk. He was so close that Uche could smell his cologne. I built this business, Benson whispered. People would do anything to have what I have. Uche swallowed. Benson's voice became softer. You have two choices, Uche. Stay. Work. Make money. He paused. Or side with Richard and regret it. Uche felt trapped. Benson banged the table. If you dare tell anyone about this like Richard has been doing, you won't like what happens next. The walls felt like they were closing in. Uche left the office, feeling broken. He went back to work, too scared to speak. 1 week later, news spread fast. Richard's body was found near Eco Bridge with a knife in his pocket. The internet said, a thief. A criminal. Killed and dumped like trash for trying to snatch a phone. At the office, Benson chuckled as he showed the news to his staff. "See this," he said. "Now you know why I fired Richard." Everyone laughed. Uche didn't. He had the conviction that Benson and his cult members might have had a hand in Richard's death. They had to shut him up. That night, Uche didn't sleep at home. With just a small bag, he boarded a night bus out of Lagos. He had dropped a note on his table to show that he had no Paradise Lounge property with him. He never came back. And Paradise Lounge? It kept running. More people came. More drinks were sold. More money was made. More news of deaths were heard. And the night swallowed its secrets. What do you think is Uche's fate? Has he escaped? Or is it too late? Thanks for watching. If you like this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling tales. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Until next time, stay curious, but be careful where you drink and pee.